Why, hello there guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. 2 days on the trot now, I'm giving you this, so it's all good in the hood. And yeah, this is, so of course we're getting into the new episode of Career Mode. In the last episode, we were kind of just on the brink of the top 4. And we've got the team that are just behind us in points. I believe about 7 points between. And that is, of course, Arsenal. And I did put out a bit of a weaker side than per usual. And I did put Bittencourt in the centre attacking part of the midfield. Due to the fact, of course, we've had troubles with injuries recently. And there's going to be another injury this episode, just to spoil it for you guys. I do believe. And if I am wrong, apologies. But it didn't matter because, of course, Arsenal did go 1-0 up. And of course, you saw right there, I did chuck my remote across the room when that happened, and this made me rage even more. Marvin Emnes got injured, and now that's 3 injuries we've got right there. 3 injuries, and I'm thinking, how the hell am I going to work around this? How can I manage to get, and you know, we are quite short of players, and to know that we're now down by at least 3 players in the squad is a major blow. We've got a centre back, 2 centre backs that are out injured, and we've got a right winger, and we've also got a centre attacking midfielder out. In fact, that's 4 actually. Sorry, but Tom Leeds is actually just coming back from injury now anyway, which is quite good because we kind of need him, and it is only a short injury. So yeah, actually, I don't know why I've miscounted that, but it's 1-1, and Musa and was half time. Sorry, but we did go 2-1 up there with Jerome on the 56th minute, which is a great bit of play from Musa and Jerome. Good partnership actually. I've noticed in this game, but because it didn't last long either, because of course Giroud went and put him ahead, and Schmeichel should be saving it all day. But then Schmeichel, also, although myself made a mistake, we passed it straight to the striker, which was Giroud, and Giroud did a bit of turning, and baffled my defence and the Schmeichel, and yeah, they went and scored, and they were leading 3-2, and in the 90th minute, Chalobah is the saviour, and there's a bit of trickery, puts it in the bottom corner, and we are now 3-all in the 90th minute. We have saved a point at Elland Road, which is fantastic, which is what we really needed in this game, especially because if we're not going to get any points out of any of these games from now on, that is nearly top 4 gone, and we really do need that top 4, because as you guys know, FIFA 14 is coming soon, and I just really want to try and get to the Champions League, because if we don't get to the Champions League, that's not good. And then we've got an even tougher game the next game. We have Fulham, and you guys are probably thinking, oh, it's Fulham, you should beat them. And I'll tell you now, guys, Fulham are about 3 or 4 points behind Arsenal, so they're 8th in the table at this current time. And I was like, wow, when I went into this game. So, therefore, they're in a pretty high position. So, they must be doing something right there, of course, obviously. But, yet again, so we were without Emnes. And also, we were without, I believe, the centre-back. So, we are having to play Almbach. And with Almbach wanting to leave, it's not very good, is it, really, when you've got a centre-back wanting to leave and not even wanting to play at the club. Which isn't very good at all for looking at us. But it was 0-0 at half-time, and yeah, so it wasn't looking good at all, really. I'd say Fulham were a better team in the first half, but then we did get a chance in the 64th minute. Moose doing a bit of trickery, and Jefferson pulled out an almighty stop there at his front post. Really good save. 72nd minute, Kakalanic puts in the ball for Fletcher, and then Fletcher headed onto crossbar, and of course the old man Steven said, well, put it away. The ginger nut, what it was, and Fulham are 1-0 up, which is absolutely off. Apologies about that, guys. I got interrupted by a fucking call centre. Yep, interrupted my fucking commentary. But anyway, moving onwards, guys. Fulham are 1-0 up, but Jerome made it to 1-1, which is fucking amazing. And we kind of do need to be 1-1, and then of course we did make it. Then, of course, we were going to make it 2-1. And, of course, Redmond just sweated it across to Jerome. And Jerome put it away. Nicely done. And, of course, that does make it 2-1, finishing it off. And, of course, that does bring up 58 points for us, guys. 58 points, which is all good, and of course we're now only 2 points behind Spurs. It's because Spurs have dropped into the 5th place, which is of course the Euro League. We don't want Euro League though. We do want the big time of the Champions League. We don't want. I mean, of course, if you get into the Euro League, it's all good because we've come from the Championship in 2 seasons, I do believe. But then again, guys, look at that. Man United are 4th, and we are only 4 points behind them. So there's not much difference. I'm telling you guys, from I believe 3rd and 6th, there's only about 4 points or 5 points in between, which I'll tell you what, guys, is not much of a big difference because this is the time when it's either relegation or it's a relegation battle, or it's just, of course, the top 4 battle, or maybe even EuroLeague battle, because so all teams will be fighting all at once, and that's why it's kind of good in our way, but it's also bad in our way, because of course teams will be trying to, of course, get wins and stuff. But more important, we did have a game against Blackburn, and if you guys remember against Blackburn, we had some history against Blackburn in our times, especially with the playoffs, but it didn't matter because we've got a better team than them now, totally. Unlike the Championship, I believe they did have a better side, and we did go 1-0 up at half-time, especially with Cameron Jerome, who's been in very, very good form at the minute, ever since I started to play him a lot more. But then we went into the second half. I cannot get my words out. And Jordan Rhodes, exceptional player, finishes off the job really nicely there. I've always been a fan of Jordan Rhodes. He's a great, great player. But didn't take us that long to get back on level terms. Musa played a nice little through ball for Duberbury, and Chalobah gets another goal to his tally. And been a bit of goal scoring form as Chalobah recently, and is very, very, very good form, especially in the defensive way as well. But Bittencourt gets the ball in the 59th minute, gives it to Jerome, and then Jerome hits it against Steele. Good save for Steele, I suppose. And of course, we just put it straight back into the back of the net. And we are now winning 3-1 away from home. But as well, they did a nice sweaty goal there, especially coming from Jordan Rhodes, the scorer. And in the 69th minute here, guys, watch this for a finish. You can tell this guy's just been in one of his best players all season. Musa, pow. That's all I want to say. Pow. Because that is just a sign of how good he is. I mean, the position he was in there, and the amount of power he got on top of the shot was quite unreal, really. And I know Luke Steele isn't the best keeper, as you can probably tell, but we do get 5 goals past him at the end of the day, and we do get a nice 5-2 win away from home, which is fucking a brilliant win away from home, is that, in my opinion. So, yes, and this is the league table, guys. We are now on 61 points, 1 point behind Manchester United, but they do have a game in hand, and Liverpool are on 63 points, when we are 2 points behind Liverpool, and they have had the same amount of games as us. The good thing is, there's only 1 goal difference between Liverpool and Manchester United. Spurs are a bit ahead, but look at how tight the table is, guys. Anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed. Anyway, for now, guys, I will see you guys all later.